Attention passionate Atlanta, Falcons fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC South and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Atlanta Falcons' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Atlanta Falcons fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Atlanta, FALCONS, FANS. Let's get to the news. Now folks, if you've been following the NFL this offseason, you know that the landscape is shifting in ways we haven't seen in recent years, especially in the NFC South. It's a division that's been fiercely competitive, with teams constantly trying to outdo each other, but this latest development could be a game changer for the Atlanta Falcons. Yes, we're talking about the potential signing of Christian Wilkins, a player whose name has been buzzing around NFL circles lately, and who could be the missing piece for Atlanta to really elevate their defense and push towards a deep playoff run. So, let's rewind a bit and give you some context. Christian Wilkins, a name that's been synonymous with interior defensive prowess, especially during his time with the Miami Dolphins, was a player many teams admired for his relentless motor, NFL instincts, and ability to disrupt opposing lines. His 2022 season with Miami was nothing short of spectacular, where he racked up 65 total tackles and 9 sacks, establishing himself as one of the premier young defensive tackles in the league. It was that kind of performance that earned him the big contract from the Raiders, a 4-year, $110 million deal with $5 million guaranteed. That's serious money, and it reflected the league's belief in his talent and potential to anchor a defensive line for years to come. But then, the story took an unexpected turn. Just after signing with the Raiders, Wilkins faced some health setbacks, particularly with a foot injury that limited his availability during the 2024 season. In fact, he only managed to play 5 games last year, where he recorded 17 tackles, 2 sacks, and 2 tackles for loss. And that's where things got complicated, because reports indicated that Wilkins and the Raiders didn't see eye to eye when it came to his injury. There was a bit of a disagreement about the severity or the treatment plan, and ultimately, that led to the shocking decision to release him. Imagine that, a player who just signed a huge deal, now suddenly a free agent with a question mark over his health. It's a gamble, no doubt, but it's also an opportunity for teams that believe in his talent and want to take a chance. Now, let's talk about what this means for the Falcons. Atlanta has been quietly building a more aggressive, versatile defense this offseason. They've drafted and signed players to sort of reshape the unit, but they're still looking for that extra punch, that veteran presence who can step in and make an immediate impact. Wilkins, even with the injury concerns, has the talent to do exactly that. His 2023 season with the Raiders was a bit of a down year, but that's understandable considering the injury issues and limited playing time. When healthy, Wilkins has proven he can be a dominant force on the interior, capable of collapsing the pocket and creating chaos for quarterbacks. And let's not forget about his previous work with the Miami Dolphins. Before heading to Las Vegas, Wilkins was a vital part of Miami's defensive front, posting those impressive stats that made him a sought-after player in the league. The potential here is huge. If he can regain his form, Wilkins could be a cornerstone for Atlanta's defense, especially in the middle of that line where they need more strength and consistency. The Falcons have shown interest in him before, last offseason even, when they were heavily involved in trying to bring him on board, but the Raiders managed to outbid them. That shows that Atlanta sees his value, and with the right medical clearance and recovery plan, they might be ready to make a move now. This could be a win-win situation. For Wilkins, Atlanta might offer the opportunity to revitalize his career and prove he's still a top-tier player. For the Falcons, adding a player of Wilkins' caliber, even if he's not 100% right away, could significantly bolster their interior defense and provide much-needed depth. It's about adding those pieces that can help them get over the hump, especially as they aim for a playoff push and beyond. Remember, the NFC South is still wide open, and teams like Tampa Bay, New Orleans, and Carolina are all trying to find ways to improve, but Atlanta has the potential to be the division's dominant force if they make the right moves. Now, Let's dig a little deeper into what Wilkins brings to the table. He's known for his high motor, relentless effort, and ability to clog running lanes. His presence on the defensive line commands double teams, which can free up linebackers and other defenders to make plays. His pass rushing ability, 2 sacks in a limited season, shows that he can impact the game in multiple ways. And in a defense that's evolving to be more aggressive under their new coordinator, Wilkins could be the perfect fit. Plus, having a veteran with playoff experience and a proven track record can be invaluable for a young team hungry for success. Of course, the injury is a concern. The foot injury that limited his play last season isn't fully healed, and teams will want to see him healthy and ready to go. But given his past performance, the talent he possesses, and the urgency to improve their interior line, the Falcons could see this as a calculated risk worth taking. They've been building a culture of resilience and high energy, and Wilkins fits that mold perfectly. If he joins Atlanta, it could also send a message to the rest of the league that the Falcons are serious about competing at the highest level, making bold moves to improve their roster. And let's not forget the broader context. The NFC South is in flux. Tampa Bay looks like they're rebuilding, New Orleans is trying to find consistency, and Carolina is still figuring things out. Atlanta has a real shot to take the division if they continue their upward trajectory, and adding someone like Wilkins could be the difference maker in crucial moments. It's all about the long-term vision, building a formidable defense that can carry the team deep into January and beyond. The Falcons have the offensive pieces, the young talent, and now, possibly, the veteran reinforcement that could tip the scales in their favor. Looking ahead, the anticipation is building. Will Wilkins sign with Atlanta? And if he does, how quickly can he get back to his dominant form? These are questions that fans are eager to see answered. The NFL offseason is always full of surprises, and this could be one of the biggest surprises yet for the Falcons and their fans. As we watch this story unfold, remember that the team's front office is always looking for ways to improve, and sometimes that means taking calculated risks on players with proven talent but some health concerns. The potential signing of Wilkins could also set a precedent for how aggressive Atlanta plans to be moving forward. They're no longer just content with being a middling team. They want to contend to make a real statement in the NFC. With a solid defense complemented by their offensive weapons, and now possibly Wilkins anchoring the middle, the Falcons could be on the verge of a new era, one where they're not just competing but dominating. So fans, keep your eyes peeled. The next few weeks will be crucial as the Falcons explore this possibility, and if it happens, it could transform their defensive line overnight. Imagine Wilkins lining up alongside their current stars, creating a formidable front that can stop the run and pressure the quarterback. That's the kind of defense that wins championships, and it's exactly what Atlanta needs to take that next step. And now, Atlanta Falcons fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think Wilkins can bounce back and be the game changer the Falcons need? Or do you believe the injury concerns are too risky? Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Atlanta Falcons. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Atlanta Falcons news. We've got plenty more coming your way, and as always, we're here to keep you informed, engaged, and passionate about everything Falcons. Thanks for sticking with us, and let's see what this offseason has in store.